What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time since I haven't filmed a video, but I'm here, I have improved, I have got new things to film this video. Like I got this tripod and I have saved up some money to modify this car. Like this time I am gonna do some stuff. Like I am gonna get a stripe and get all the headlights and taillights tinted and do some small stuff. And after that I'll be buying a body kit and a wing. So I have all this in plan and I'm just telling you this because I want you to just sit back and relax and just wait for my videos to watch them and be entertained, because I'm really pumped on these things. So today I'll be filming a video and I'll be telling you how costly it is, like what is the ownership thing when I have owned this car for a year. So now I know the maintenance cost, the insurance cost and all of those things which are gonna be like, if you are gonna buy a car, then if you are thinking of buying this car specifically, then you have to do all those things. So I'm looking at that and I'm gonna tell all of those things to you. So sit back and relax. So the first thing that you need to know, how much this car cost. I got this car, don't mind this scratch and all these things, like I got this and I have told this on YouTube channel too, but this wasn't my fault. It was parked in my parking and somebody did this. So I don't know who did this, so I wasn't able to caught him. So it is still here, I'm gonna get it fixed too. So other than this, I want to tell you how much this car costs. If you're gonna buy this car, like it is like difficult to get a good Civic. I can say that by myself because I know this is not the best example of the Civic which you need to buy, because at that time I was just rushing it and I wanted to buy a car, so I bought this, but I didn't check every single thing. I should have taken it to a perfect mechanic, like a real mechanic. I know a lot of stuff about cars, but like mechanically I haven't experienced anything, so I wasn't that good. This wasn't the best car which I would have bought. I should have looked at another cars, but it's alright. I'm perfectly fine with it now because I have bought this car. Now this is mine. I love it a lot, so I'm gonna keep it. So price of this car. I bought this car for a really bad price. Like it wasn't also not that good of a deal, but it was a 2012 model, so that is really difficult. It is a 2011 model, but it was registered in 2012, so it have more years that it can drive in Delhi. So that's why I bought this car specifically. So I was happy with it. But if you are looking to buy a Civic, it needs to be around 1.5 lakh to 2 lakhs rupees in India. I'm talking about Indian currency, and if you're buying it in Indian industry. So it is gonna be costly and you have to be looking for that. If you're gonna compare it to some other cars, it is not that costly, but for a person like me, and if you're also a student and if you're saving yourself, or if you have just started doing a job and you don't have a lot of saving, then it is expensive. So it is gonna cost you from 1.5 lakh to 2 lakhs to buy a Civic. Like that is gonna be the normal price. So after buying the Civic, what do you need to know? The insurance. The main thing which you need to have is the insurance. Insurance on this car is not cheap. Like if you're gonna compare it with some other cars, it is gonna be around, other cars have insurance of like 5,000, 6,000 if they are small cars, because like a student you don't have a really big car. So that is gonna be around 5,000, 6,000 rupees. But this car, it costs you around 15,000 to 18,000 rupees per year to get this car insured. That is a lot. Like for me, that's a lot. And of course my father have to pay for it, for the insurance, because I am not saving that much money. All the money I am saving, I am just investing in my car and I am just putting all the things in it. So that is really expensive to get the insurance for this car. So you need to look for that. The other thing which you need to look for is the mileage. This car doesn't give good mileage. Like specifically about my car, if I'm going to talk about it, it gives me the mileage of 8 kilometers per liter, which is way too less if you are driving it normally. If you want to daily this car, it is way too less in India, 8 kilometers per liter. So I don't drive it that often. I only take it when I am going to my university and when I'm going to all these places, because most of the time I just like to take my friend's car. We all are going together, so they also have their car and those cars gives way more mileage than this. So we all just have to save money here and there, so we don't tend to take this car every single time. So, but this car doesn't give that good of a mileage, so you need to look for that if you are buying a Civic, this Civic specifically. I am pretty sure in the forms I have read that this car gives you a mileage of 12 kilometers to 13 kilometers on highway, around that, but not more than that. So you cannot expect a lot of mileage from any of the Civic. So you need to be concerned about that. Other than that, the maintenance cost. Every single part of this car is really expensive. You need to look for every single part and you need to search them, and if you find them, they are going to be expensive as heck. like not every single part can be fitted in this car. Like if you can buy some other cars in India, then you can talk to the mechanic and he'll say the part of the other car can fit in this car. But it is not the same thing with this car. You have to buy the specific parts. There are only few cars whose parts can be also replaced by this car's part. So you just have to look at a lot of things. So the parts of this car is also really expensive. So if you are tending to buy a Civic, you have to also spend a lot of money on the parts of this car. Other than that, the main problem in these Civics, like I have owned this and I have spent way too much on this car. The main thing is power steering. It is not the best thing. It is leaking all the time and I have spent over 15,000 rupees. I'll say 10 to 15,000 rupees to just get the power steering fixed. Though that's the mechanic's fault and that's my fault. Like I got it fixed. The last time when I went to the mechanic, I switched my mechanic because I have taken my car to that mechanic, I'll say like 10 times to fix the power steering issue, the same issue. It wasn't fixed at all and I was paying him every single time when I was visiting him. So that was way too much and the mechanic was also not good. So he was taking a lot of money from me. So that wasn't the best thing. So I paid 500 to 600 rupees the last time. The main thing which was wrong with this car, the power steering of this car was the O-ring. There is the fitting on the power steering where the fitting is going from your steering rack to your power steering pump. So the O-rings of that pipe was just not working properly. They were like butchered and they were not in the best condition. So that's why it was leaking. So it costed me only like 500 to 600 rupees to get this power steering fixed. And since then, I'm really happy. Knock on the wood. There's the wood. I'll knock on it. So I'll just knock down the wood. So I just want this car to be fixed and I don't want it to be unreliable at all because it's been a real pain in my butt to fix this car. So I don't want it to be broken again. So as I told you, the main thing is power steering issue with the Civic, and you need to look at that when you are buying a second-hand Civic because there is a lot of problem with power steering and you will be like thinking about it while you have bought that car. You won't be happy with it. So you want those power steering things to be fixed properly. So you don't want any issue with that because that is really bad and easily it is going to take from 10,000 to 15,000 to fix that power steering issue because most of the time the power steering pump have to be replaced and that is expensive, so that is not going to be cheap. If you are going to buy the real power steering pump, that is going to cost you around 20,000 to 25,000, which is not going to be cheap, so you don't want that problem to be in your car. So other than that, I parked this car in front of my house. You can see it is really dirty. I know it is really dirty, but I clean this often. I clean this every other day, but it just gets dirty in front of my house because there is a construction place just beside my car. So that's why my car gets really dirty easily and way too quickly. So right now my car is dirty, so don't mind for that. I'll be washing it tomorrow morning. Because right now there is a lot of sunshine outside, so I don't want to wash my car in the heat and then the water is going to evaporate and all of the droplets are going to leave their stains on the car, so I don't want that to happen. So other than that, you don't have to worry about a lot of things, but the main things are the insurance, the mileage and the power steering pump. That is the must you need to know about a Civic when you are buying it because these are the main problems with these cars. You have to think about it multiple times and then you have to buy this car. Like I wasn't thinking a lot because this car was in my mind because I have to make these videos and I want to entertain you guys. So I just bought this car without thinking anything and without doing a lot of research. So you want to do a lot of research and you need to watch other videos which I have in my playlist and you can just watch them and you can see how these problems are and how you can fix them. I have made multiple videos in which I showed you guys how to fix the power steering. So you can just watch those videos and then you'll be able to understand where the leak is and how you need to get it fixed. So it won't be that big of a problem for you guys. Like I have gone through it and I don't want any of you guys to go through it. So just look at those videos too. Yeah, so I won't lie to you guys. I'll tell you one more thing about this car. Like my car specifically, I have issue with my gearbox. I don't know if it is common or not, but my clutch pedal and my gearbox is just not working properly. They are not synced properly. Sometimes I'm just having an issue to downshift my car. I think that is because of the RPM. You have to look at the speed and the RPM of the car while you are downshifting. But I feel like I do have a specific problem with this one. So I'm not pretty sure. I have checked it multiple times and I have got it checked from professional mechanics multiple times. But as you know, I went to dumb mechanics which were just, they don't know what to do. They were just taking money and they were just doing some dumb stuff. So I won't be going to them from now on. I have changed my mechanic. So I think he have also looked at my car and he was saying that's a common thing. That's not that big of a deal. You can just live with it. So I'm pretty happy with it right now. I don't have any issue with this car right now, and I'm really happy on this. Knock on the wood. There's a small stem, so I just knocked on it. That's just a pun. So I think it is good, but the main thing which I'm concerned about is the mileage. Like, it doesn't give me that much mileage, and I have to spend, like, what should I say, every single day. If I'm taking it to my university, I have to spend 800 to 900 rupees every single day, and I need to go 5 days a week there. So it is gonna be around, if I'm gonna say 800, it is gonna cost me around 4,000 rupees every single week to take this car, and 16,000 rupees every single month to drive this car. So it is expensive. If you are gonna look at the mileage side of this car, you need to have good amount of money in your pocket to spend on the mileage, because this car takes a lot of gasoline and you have to go through it. And right now it is like really bad. The gasoline prices are also really bad. So if you are tending to buy this car, you have to spend a lot of money on gasoline too. So just think about that and then buy this car. Other than that, this car is perfectly fine and I'm really happy with it. So I'll be doing mods here and there. So right now I have told you I'll be doing some small mods and then I'll be doing some big mods on this car. But I'm gonna film all those videos and I hope you guys are gonna enjoy those videos. So I hope that you learned a lot of things from this video and you were able to get few main pointers and few main things which you need to know about a 8th Gen Civic before buying it. Because I have owned it for a really good time. I'll say it's been 14 months since I have bought this car. So you need to think about it and then buy this car. So thank you guys for watching my video and I hope you learned something from this and you enjoyed to watch it. And when you are gonna buy a Civic, you will be looking at those things, because there are really important things which you need to look at before buying a Civic or any other car. It's not a problem just with a Civic. A lot of cars, most of the cars have some specific problems, so you need to look at those problems before buying them. So thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Just smash the like button and subscribe to my channel, because you know that helps me a lot. Thank you guys. Peace out.